Good afternoon again, everybody, and welcome back to the Gympie Bowls Club as we continue with their 120 years of bowls in Gympie. Joining me in the commentary this afternoon, very pleased to introduce Mr. Jimmy C, a name well known in the bowls circles in Queensland and Australia, I'm sure.
Hello, Timbo. Hello, viewers, listeners. I think you're going to go through the sponsors now, are you?
Yep, we are.
I'll leave that up to you.
No problem. So you can't have tournaments like this one without sponsors, and they've had a week of celebrations here. So a big thank you to all of the sponsors who have contributed. The major sponsors for today is shared between the Tom Grady Real Estate and the Gympie RSL. So thank you very much for your support of this event. Other major sponsors, Gympie Regional Council, who are sponsoring the live streaming, and the Stay Motel, who have been our kind hosts for Robbie and I over the weekend. As I said in previous commentary, if you're up this way and you're looking for an overnight stop, Stay Motel is the place to be. I've stayed in many hotels over my business career, and motels. This one is as good as any. It's on the highway, very quiet, close to everything, so definitely a good pit stop. Oakvale Homes and the Gympie and District Bendigo Bank, alongside of Nestle, John Medill Toyota, Nolden Meats and Gympie Party World. So a big thanks to all of those sponsors. Our first game was to share some of the results with you as we get on. It's a day event, $5,000 in prize money, $2,000 for the winner, paying through to 10th place. We have open fours, 21 ends with no dead ends, and the winners are determined by the best margin, and 1 point each is awarded for every end that you win. And should we have a tie at the end, the tie will be broken by the side with the most ends out of the last 10 that they play. So brilliant prize money for a one-day event, and all brought possible by the sponsors. Be a bit jealous we're not out there ourselves competing for a slice of the prize money, Jim.
Well, the prize money is fantastic. $5,000 for one day's play, 2 games is very good chaff, and distributed down to 10th is the story, because at the moment, strangely enough, half of the teams got beaten in the first game, and we have 13 undefeated with the 26th field. We have 13 winners. Quite several of these are playing one another. So I'm sure that 10th place and 9th place, maybe even 8th, could be won by a team that has 1 win and 1 loss.
It gives everybody plenty of opportunity to play through this last game after the lunch we've just enjoyed. So we have the teams today. We have Kaye Abercrombie, Ian Abercrombie, John Goldsworthy, being skipped by the local here, Ray Fitzgerald. Had a look at the board inside there. I think Ray Fitzgerald is a 20-plus time champion, pairs, fours and triples in this event, been around stalwart at the club for quite some time. And they're playing against Peter Manson, Geoff Reedman, Ross Davies and Bevan Douglas.
Now, I'm going to have to send somebody out there to check this one, because I would think that's Richard Goldsworthy that just played that shot. It's down here in this little book as John. I may be wrong. I will endeavour to find out that answer.
Well, I'm sure with you on the case, we will have an answer.
But he played a pretty good shot. He's sitting there front toucher, whether he be John or Richard. I haven't seen Richard for a few years, but I'm thinking that's Richard. We're down and after it.
Well, this
Trying
is,
hard.
This is Bevan coming through now, I believe.
Gave it a sniff.
Ray Fitzgerald now on the mat.
He's played a pretty good shot too.
Yep, giving himself every chance.
Yes, a little bit behind. Could be not far off second shot. Bevan only needs a little bit more grass, which he's got. He's played this well.
Wants to keep coming, but
well?
doesn't necessarily want to fatten it up there.
No, he's the one that's down.
Oh, okay.
Ray's coming to add.
Well, he's
got to come inside that bowl to add. A bit like that. That's added.
the third sort of time on the skip. Have to slide up here and have a look.
Two, he said. I'll just do a bit of a runner here.
Okay.
Inspector Clouseau has solved the mystery. His real name's John, but he likes to be called Richard.
Oh, there you go.
He was Richard when I knew him at university, when we used to have to punt for a living, and he was an expert on the greyhounds, especially Dapto.
Many a misspent night I spent at Dapto dogs and bull-eye dogs.
Box 8 at Dapto, but we're talking 40-something years ago. I'm sure he was Richard. John Goldsworthy is the name of one of our life members at Bargara who has recently left us. Pretty famous John Goldsworthy at Bargara Bowls Club. And I had no idea that Richard's name was John. But in the days when you had to punt for a living, he was a very good bloke to go to the dogs with.
Well, it's Ian Abercrombie on the mat this time. He's just going to bump into wife Kaye's bowl, turn it down.
Swing that book out. No, just the book. Just got to check a few other names.
That fair line here. Just going to get a bit of a touch and find a home behind the jack.
Got that.
Made a couple.
Couple of Mussy Hill shirts there. Up front with the
Abercrombies.
Apple crumbles that we call them at home.
Okay.
We have a few apple crumbles in the Bundaberg area.
They're involved in big Premier League game today, aren't they? A part of a triple header.
Well, That's all been forced on with a little bit of the weather, isn't it?
Yep.
This is one of the bosses, isn't he? I think he's the chairman of the board.
Ross?
I think so.
Yep.
Okay. Chairman of the board should have more luck than that. And Richard's dropped in his own road, so he's going to change hands. That same hand that I think was wide, it was wide and slow on that side of the green in the previous game.
Nope.
He's after it.
He's going to
Needs
get
help.
a bit of a deviation and a
Needs
bit of
help.
help here.
That's help. That's the shot.
That's
Told you the chairman of the
chairman-
board would
chairman's
need
not.
a bit of luck. he doesn't want to use it all on the first end, second end.
I think you use it when you can, mate. I'd rather back a winner in the first race than have to wait till the last to get it to happen.
The chairman of the board should be able to use a couple of extra bonus shots. Okay, well, Ray's got to arrive on that hand. It's turning quite well, actually, that forehand coming this way.
Well, he's certainly given it some air, but I think he's local here, realises he's gone too far.
Nobody needs that much air. Somewhere near. Needs to get off that front bowl.
I think he's going to get the jack.
Which he might give it away, which he has. The Lord giveth, the Lord taketh away. Praise be the Lord. It is Sunday, so they got a lucky shot to give it away, to get it, and an unlucky shot to give it back. Yeah, sung out a bit wide there.
Oh, up to Bevan now.
He's got to get down that same gully that he just got down.
He arrives on Ross's bowl. He might be successful of knocking the shot bowl out of the head.
Inside that, doesn't get inside that. One down, makes 3-0 after 2 ends.
Our conditions today, we have a few cloud cover over, but it's all lovely high white clouds. The wind is near on non-existent. As you look up at the flags, they're sitting limp. So perfect conditions for bowls.
Yep. I think Jack Horn and Duke Horn think I was going to have a few beers with them at lunchtime, but at this stage I'm driving back to Bagara after the game, and I said I'd have a water, and lo and behold, that Duke Horn bought me a bottle of water. I mean, I'm going to have to mark that down on the calendar.
That's another good bowl from Kate. You got two there or thereabouts.
Sit on it, fall back in.
Consistency.
Oh, they make them pretty tough at Mussey Hill.
Well, they'd be used to playing in the wind up there. It's
Windy Hill.
very, very famous for the conditions up there.
Well, they pretty hard to beat since they had a bloke called Ryan Bester go there.
Got a few class acts there at the moment.
And Bakes and
yep.
and heaps of them. But none being better than Ryan Bester. Kerry Green, afternoon. Hello, Mr. Green. It's getting towards halfway through March. How's the temperature up on the... Well, I think you might be around Lowood area. I'm thinking more of Toowoomba, like the fridge on the ridge. The fridge on the ridge area.
I'm sure Kerry's got the rum to keep him warm in the chilled months.
Temperatures must be dropping a little bit out that way. Need a little bit more track than that, old son.
Not going to be happy with that, Geoff.
A waste of pretty good weight. I think he was eyeing off sitting on those bowls more than just drawing to them.
Well, John's playing up the backhand.
The local crowd supporters are chiming in now.
Got a bit of this and gone with it.
He thinks that out at West Toowong back in those days we used to play stubbies for touches. Now he's had a toucher on the first end and a toucher on the third end. He must think he's still playing that way out at West Toowong.
Well, if he's doing every second, he's going to end up with 11 stubbies. It'll be a good trip home somewhere. Chairman Ross.
Maggie Island. Peter Duckett says, which I can't read, Melbourne.
Grand Prix home. They tell me it's raining down there today.
Richard hasn't got enough track on this one.
Nope. Going to turn the front one over. That'll add to the count.
Well,
looking to get round here.
Well, he was thinking
it is. Look at that. What a great shot. The chairman's pulled it out again.
That was a good shot.
Had a great shot on the end before to get a similar result and backed it up again this time.
I don't know how these teams have got together. Obviously, there's one local side, and then there's a local skip working on the shirts.
Yep.
With a West Toowong and 2 Mussey Hills. They've gathered from afar. Pothole Pete's nearly finished work. Sunday, what are you, preacher?
We had the pleasure of his company here yesterday, turned up to buy me the beer he's owed for 15 years. Bought the beer, he tells me, and left it on the bar. By the time I got there, somebody had snaffled it.
That old story.
Yep.
Geez, the local supporters are really chiming in now. I'd say there'll be a couple of hundred turn up here shortly to barrack this rink on the TV. Okay. Righto, that's why we've got them together.
That's right, yes.
And where does Richard come in?
He's my brother.
Richard's your brother?
Yes.
Oh,
West
wow.
Toowong.
Okay.
Ah.
He's president of West Toowong.
So Inspector Clouseau was struck again.
I've known him for 45 years.
That's my brother.
Jimmy's unravelled how the teams have been put together.
Ah, we are elated.
By blood.
By blood. We have a brother and sister.
Okay, so another one to Team Fitzgerald. So they've come to watch the family, not necessarily the local bowlers.
Well, she got a husband of her brother and sister playing. That's what you'd call a family get-together. And sister's husband.
Michael Cowdrey loving the humour and the commentary and the coverage. Thank you, Michael. Must be talking about you, Jim.
I work in one of one of the Gympie tips, and Ross Edwards is watching from New Zealand.
Well, another bit of chalk for Kaye.
Stubbies for touches. They'd be running out of stubbies by now.
That's John. No, that wasn't John.
No.
Pretty good response here from Peter.
It's a little bit of differing support by the locals in the background. There could be we could need a referee for the supporters shortly. A certain number cheering for one team.
Robbie's
cheering
good
for
at
the opposition.
refereeing fights.
Somebody should be clapping. Two very nice bowls.
Yep.
You can tell he doesn't like being on naught. He's going to put two on the jack to fix that situation.
Well, that's what Skip's like. See two lead bowls like that. Make Bevan very happy. There's another one being caught with that trap of the bowls not coming back out on that hand.
And we've just it's a little bit slower and a little bit straighter on the backhand coming back this way. We'll see if he stays there and see if he could correct it.
Well, Ian's got the opportunity either hand. They're both open for the draw.
He's sticking to the backhand side and he's come in a fair way. And got it to turn right across.
This is well pointed from Geoff.
Needs a little tickle. That's another one.
Got into the count. Pressure's on Mr. Goldsworthy to produce something here.
He's on the
One in
easier
the head.
hand of the two hands. I think the forehand coming this way is a bit easier.
It has proved to be that way.
And he's not far away.
He's going to need a bit of help here.
Not far away.
Managed to stay there.
No, he's Richard on the commentary.
I know it's Richard on the commentary. He's Richard down at West Hall. But he's not.
He's John to his sister.
Always call him John.
He's John to his sister. Righto, see if he can just have a fraction of each better. Yeah, he's got to arrive. He's got the right angle. He arrives, he'll be close to shot.
Holding.
If he arrives, he'll be close to the
Bowls
gap.
and holes.
Straight through the aperture.
Get that hat back on your head and you'll get sunburned.
Straight through the aperture.
Chairman Ross.
Righto, we'll ask Robbie. Is that 1 or 3, Robbie?
Robbie's call is 3 without looking at it
2.5.
on the screen.
Since university days. Whoops.
Oh, really? Same bloody at uni. Jeez. That's a couple of years ago.
I've aged much better.
Age shall not weary us.
Let's
Make
see
it tire easily.
what John can make of this hand. It's
He's
fairly
a
well
chance.
pointed.
He's a chance because it's hanging up nicely on that side.
It's coming home now.
Hanging up nicely on that side. We make it 1 now, Robbie. 1 and a look. Okay. We'll have a look up in the left-hand corner and we'll see that it's close. Second shot. Very nice bowl. Need a bit more track on that side and a little bit less on the other.
There might be a nuisance value there. Filled that. That's the hole that he went through before.
Filled it like a dentist. How are you going to get through that gap now?
No charge.
That reminds me, I better book the dentist.
So Richard thinks it's only 1 down.
He also doesn't know how he's going to get in there.
Well, he's given him a shot to play on the forehand.
Yep. He's arriving. Had to clear
He's
that
just going
one.
to start to do the ducking now, mate.
We'll get him on the board.
Yep, Bevan gets the opportunity to see if he can't get a little touch here. Draw around that.
He's got a
that
pretty
front
good
one.
track. He might be a fraction under on
He
that turning
doesn't
hand.
want to disturb the front one. No, he hasn't.
1 and a look.
Oh, both the back ones are flat, so usually give them a bit of an advantage in a close measure.
Yes, I was just listening to their conversation that they could have fit another 2 teams in, but they probably lost 10 teams to the Premier League being put back with the rained out weekend last weekend.
Well, I know I found out the team that Lacey was coming with was with her brothers and Kane Nelson, so they were all been tied up with the Premier League.
Like only having 13 rinks on a $5,000 when you have a could have fit another 2 teams on.
Yep.
Leads to me to think that there's quite a few teams that scratched to play Premier League final. We're nearly up to the umpire. We've done a fair bit of measuring up till now. There we go. Yes, well, while the umpire's out there, we'll talk about the 2 leaders. The leader is Faraday. He won by 1 shot and 2 ends more than did Team Hughes, Anthony Hughes. So they're the top of the bunch, searching for that 2,000 prize money and 1,000 prize money for first and second. And no. Umpires are supposed to be pretty straight.
The umpire's given another one shot there, so it's
Made
2
it 2.
more to Bevan, and they've opened their account.
Yep. Just having a bit of a look at the matchups we have. Oh, they're playing each other as well. Oh no, she's playing Leanne. It's not each other. Leanne, unfortunate enough to strike Team Hughes in the previous game. She's got just as big a problem with Faraday team. Okay, does this one arrive? Still coming? Was on the way. I'll have to ask some of the ladies beside us when they actually transformed the greens out here from on the road next to Big Rooster, Red Rooster, some 30 odd years ago when they came out here. Got that one out in the bush a bit.
Welcome back, Mary. Warren Downey
from Burnett. He'll have something about Bundy rum. Normally has a little comment about Bundy rum. There's not much wrong with Bundy rum. We have Thurnis Duplessis, which I normally call 2+3.
Famous rugby name.
Oh, well, I was thinking more of the jockey.
I think he played number 8 for the Springboks.
Okay.
Back in the Mark Lone type era, I believe.
More in the Kiwi jockey that came when I was at Hamilton Bowls Club. He was always called 2+3. Most of the jockeys, that's as much of the lingo as they could handle. can't quite see straight off exactly where a Team Hughes is playing.
Yeah, Team Hughes is on rink 13, I think, or 12.
Okay. Oh, they're
2
right.
in. So
I've got them. 5-8. 5-8. And Leanne's 5-all with Faraday. So she's doing well, holding that team to 5-all. We've got a few around the head to promote, to come around. He didn't like that one so much, but it's going to catch that bowl. Nobody clapped. I think that was the wrong variety that he hit up then. Oh, you're doing a little bit with the scoreboards, are you? Who's how far off is third from the first?
No, this was yesterday's. I haven't got
sorry.
one for.
I thought you had the.
But you made the point earlier on when you were talking about prize money up for 10th and the possibility with teams and getting 8th and 9th and 10th having one win was interesting. In yesterday's 3 games of pairs, the team that finished second actually lost a game. They were unbeaten in their first 2 and they still finished second, well in front of the third place with a loss.
Wow.
The teams that finished third and fourth won all 3 games.
Wow.
So it was the ends and a margin in their games that helped them through, which is likely to be the occasion here with only one
in the area
one
here.
Game already played.
Well, there were 32 teams in.
Yesterday, yes. They didn't play down to 10. I think yesterday's event was 2,000 in total.
Okay. He's a bit wide for the head. I think it's only one shot at the moment, trying to make 2. And turning in.
On the way in, doing its best work at the finish.
Doesn't have to come much more than that, but it had to come a bit more. 5-2. It's not that late, is it? Nowhere near 5-2. It's only 20 past 1.
Warren Downey saying hello, Jimmy.
Yes, Warren.
Watching from Bundy. John Ballantyne. Kaye and I are from Musgrave Hill. Good luck, players. Watching my friends Kaye and Ian from Musgrave Hill. Yes, they're doing well at this stage.
Trying hard here too. It's in behind a bit.
Always better there than in front.
Pretty close too. Oh, going a bit. Got a bit of turn on those bowls. And that hand. It's got a nice draw on that forehand coming this way. So that one's got to get across. with almost perfect weight. We have Ian Sangster on the mat, a couple over. We have some good stories on Ian Sangster. Very tall as he is. And some period of time ago, in a shout for beers after the game with John C. and Jim C., John C.'s shout, and he was a bit late in coming forward to buy the 3 beers. So Ian picked him up by the ankles and held him over and shook him until enough change came out of his pockets on the ground to buy 3 beers. And
True story?
And as Jack Horn said before, I'd like to see him do it now. And I said it was 30 years ago, and John was slightly less weighted, I suggest. Well, Ian's, I don't know how tall he is. About six,
on the mat now.
He's about 6'4" or 5", and he's got extra long arms. And holding John, his head would have been a foot off the ground, and took a fair bit of shaking to get all the change out of his pockets.
Shot ball on the way in here from Ian. Great stuff.
He's going to want that one back.
Oh.
That's just one of the stories that goes in the book. And Jack Horn's only comment to that was, I'd like to see him do it these days.
You ever thought about taking the time to do that book?
No. You only talk about it. Nobody's got that much time. Well, Richard's out onto the wider hand. He's not quite wider enough.
Oh, you're pretty disappointed with that.
Hasn't bowled many bowls that far away. Pretty handy shot here.
Yep.
Ooh, need to just fall on his back, it would have been shot. That one will make Richard take some grass this time.
You think so?
And he has.
He got enough to get home?
No, he's a bowl under.
Oh, missing that'll be a good result.
Not far away, a fair try. Wally Schmidt. Sounds like you're having fun. Wally Schmidt. Sometimes known as Sicko.
Well, he's taken the opposition bowl out and made 2. 2 very good bowls by Chairman Ross.
2 in concussion, we'd say. Have a look at them. How pretty do they look like that? That's why you have yellow bowls.
Oh, yeah, well, orange ones and things that stand out a mile away.
When you're playing good, that's what you want. Wally Schmidt played with yellow bowls, so everybody could tell when Wally was on the jack, which was pretty regularly.
Freddie Diamond used to play with the pink set, his mother's set at one stage.
Not for long.
And there wasn't many short ones when he was playing with them.
Not for long he didn't play with them, because nearly got into 2 fights with blokes calling him
there wouldn't have been anyone that knew him.
No. Want to know why he'd be playing with pink bowls. They didn't last long, Freddie. Sure, Wally Smith won a champion of champion 4s with Joey Wood in the Hamilton days. And we have John Ballantyne. I can't quite read that one.
Yeah, they're the friends of Kaye and Ian.
They're the Mussey Hill connection.
Oh, Ray looking to get some disturbance here in this head. He's got the weight. He's well pointed here.
And he's got a shot.
Oh, that is the shot.
maybe 2. We're going to say 2.
I think if we had a schooner for every time he's done that on these greens here, mate, we could stay here for a week with free drink.
He's going attacking here on the turning hand, so it'll get back to the jack. As long as it doesn't get back to the gap.
It's going to get back. I sit the shot bowl out, I think.
Well, we're not sure now. It fell back. It was shot till it fell.
No, it stayed there.
We haven't had an agreement yet. Richard's claiming shot.
Yeah, the bosses concurred.
6-2. It's a good story going round on my right shoulder from the... I've had a bit of physio on it, you see, and the physio's very good. He gets round and probes it, and it's sore as anything when he's doing it. He's finding sore patches, and he said, gave me some exercises to do with the kilo things you put in your hand. Cost you $3, you buy them from whatever, and you do 20 times out with the kilo thing on your right arm. And he said you do that for a week, and then after a week you go to Woolworths and get a 5 kilo bag of potatoes, and you do that for a week and then come back and see me in a fortnight. So I go back and said, how'd it go? I said, well, pretty good. The kilo thing was pretty good. I said, but the 5 kilo bag, bit of a worry. He said, what did you mean? He said, well, it was so easy with the 5 kilo bag, it wasn't funny. He said, it was that easy, I was thinking of putting some of the potatoes back in the bag halfway through the week.
We just managed to stay there with that one, Kaye. But there's still plenty of room for Peter to get in there.
Not on that side of the green. You're going to turn. Bit sad when you play 2 jack high ones.
Yep.
Mickey Hancock and Wendell Saylor, 2 wingers. Look at them. Perfect weight, and you put 1 metre on each side. Robbie Allen, in his many years of playing lead, wouldn't think that was much fun.
A little slice there, got a bit of the jack. Definitely holding shot now.
We're just missing our line. We get across and then we put the next one out a little bit too wide. And that should be the track.
Yeah, Geoff's pretty close.
He only has to arrive the last foot. Metre.
He finished with either jack high bowls or bowls right on the line, but a metre, 2 metres away, it's all frustrating.
Richard's playing the turning hand, which will turn him straight into that short bowl.
I think he's actually going to miss it completely.
Not far out of shot. Might be shot. I guess the jack high one is. Now, looking at some scoreboards. We have a 5-13 up there. Team 11 is 5, but I don't know which one Team 11 is. In the Hughes game. And from 5 all, the game with Faraday and Gandry is 11-5 now.
Well, he's in a good track this time, Richard. Has he got the extra oomph that he needs?
No.
Still coming.
Need another metre.
Well, they are... Ross is... they are down. It'll be up to Ross to produce his magic again. He's managed to convert a few already and probably into
He's a bowl tight. It's a bowl tight. He'd get round that or chip it.
Oh.
And he just got it badly.
Might have added another one into the count. I think Bevan indicated that he may be 2 down.
Well, we'd think the brown bowl's got to be shot now. Makes it a couple.
He's given it a bit of air here.
Not enough.
I think it's
going to crash on one of those bowls.
Take the gap between the two. Oh, no.
That would be the greatest commentary team. Forget about anyone else.
What? We have Mr. Hendricks has just crashed the commentary side of things now. He's had a break in selling his gear.
Fitzgerald, is this Fitzgerald? Got a good line.
He's on the yellow bowl at least.
Ray's up now.
Anyway, enjoy, gentlemen.
Oh, you packed up, have you?
Packed up.
The travelling circus that is Bowler's Paradise is on the road.
I'll be in Cleveland at 7 o'clock in the morning.
7 o'clock tomorrow morning in Cleveland.
7 o'clock. I wouldn't get there until 7:30 if I was you, Paul.
Well, it has does travel.
It's Cleveland at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Well, he was somewhere yesterday, here today, Cleveland tomorrow.
Yes.
Well, he does as much travelling as you, Robbie. But he's not trying to drive through cyclones like you did.
On the yellow bowl here.
He wants the other one, I think.
Got either one. We got that one.
So it is one.
He was 2 down. He made shot out of it for 6-3. They don't make him any better than Paul Hendricks. But he did come off his old man Neil. I mean to say, he had. If you had been in the Magic Million sale yard and you checked out his breeding, he would have gone for the same as Winks's sister.
Well, they come from a good stock. The Neil's brother Kevin was a pretty good chappie as well.
Yes, he died far too early, didn't he?
I've had the privilege of sitting under the learning tree that is Neil Hendricks, and a lot of the things I learned in bowls I got from him.
Kevy Hendricks didn't live much after he was at Commonwealth Games rep at Edinburgh.
No.
They played in 3/4 of an inch of water, just exactly what Australian players didn't like, where the
very good start.
UK players were quite adaptable to playing through 3/4 of an inch of water.
I think we've gone back there and proved that we can play and win at the Commonwealth level over
good shot here.
In the
bit unlucky.
The home country.
Could have been on it. Certainly opened it up for the rest of the crew.
I think we had 3 or 4 gold medals over there in the most recent games that they had there.
Yes. I don't think we had anybody run in the first 8 that year. When was it? 86. 86, I think that was Commonwealth Games where
Pretty good effort there from Kaye. 2 solid bowls.
Yes, that's when my brother and I started playing bowls, and we heard about how the Hendrickses practiced for their bowls. To play 5-6 days in a row, they would run up and down the sand dunes at Mooloolaba. Anyway, I said to John, what do you think about running up some sand dunes at Bargara? He didn't even answer that. He just shook his head and walked away. Just to become fit enough to be able to play 5 or 6 days in a row at bowls. Nobody knew you had to be fit to play 5 or 6 days in a row at bowls.
Well, they got onto that like high performance stuff prior to the Melbourne Com games, if I remember right. And I think that was the games that Steve Glasson was actually left out of the team. And I'm not sure that he was available to do all of the extra things.
2006 was when that happened to Steve. Kelvin went into the singles and won it, which was Steve's spot.
The original shirt waver.
Yep. That was 2006, where Kelvin was going to play with Lurch in the pairs, and Steve got dropped out of the singles and Kelvin won the singles. Anyway, that's a story for another day. We've got a couple of very nice bowls here, and this one's in the area as well.
He's been there or thereabouts all the time, Ross.
Oh, he's just under.
Pretty good weight.
Of all people, Costa Beaver from across the waves in Bundaberg just walked past me. I didn't know he was here.
See what Graham could do with this one. Giving himself a show with the line he's taken. It's all down to his weight.
We're not up. Richard's
He's been found wanting.
Richard's got enough touches early in the game. He's just having a little rest for a couple ends. Picked his grass line perfectly.
Not going to need to change much here, Ross. His first was a pretty good effort. Might just have got on the wide side a little.
Just a little quick.
But found a good home.
Yes, his track's okay. He'll get back.
I'm not sure he got the weight.
He's got to be...
Bowling to his own bowler would have been all right.
He needs a 4-bowl game. He improved a foot. He had to do it twice more. Well, you don't have to argue about what shot you're going to play. It's sitting there in front of you. You just have to get that kitty around the corner for 3.
Not enough weight. It's going to slide off again.
He got around the corner part of it. And he didn't need much more, but he needed a couple of feet. This one he might have been better.
Ray would probably just be trying to beat this purple bowl on the outside, and that'll get him in the count.
He'll draw the shot here. This will come all the way home.
Yep. There we go.
Maybe.
It's probably a good metre to the jack.
We're going to...
This is a better line and better weight.
3 round the corner.
Oh, wasn't too much in that.
Thought he might have played backhand to that second shot. That's safe enough. It's not going to upset anything anyway.
That's for sure.
We just got to decide whether it's 1 or 2. Richard sitting back here thinking he's going to claim 2. Two
Two it is. 8 of the 21 ends completed. Fitzgerald team with 8 against Bevan Douglas team 3.
Team Faraday is getting away in his game. He is now gone from 5-all to 15-5.
Quick jump.
Over about 5 ends, but. And the lead's drawn 2 within a couple of feet again. And Team Hughes says 14-5 on the board.
After 7 ends.
And they didn't win that end.
Okay, he's lodged the first one safely behind.
Nice track. This will be good. It has to arrive. Oh, can it be up?
Yeah, probably still a metre to come. Well, that's the best so far.
Yes, the shot hasn't been played yet, but that is in the ballpark. This one needs just to stop as it turns now.
I think it has. That should be good enough.
Let's shot. Not such a bad shot at all. I see Richard having small refreshment there, staying hydrated. Both the seconds are going to take a bit more grass with their second bowl. And it has taken a bit more grass. Might sit the...
Yep, the touch and gone with it.
Might have sat the shot, touched the kitty. Very good shot.
Good correction.
As per usual.
Tick in the box.
He's only married into the family. Roy Campbell. What's Vince saying there? .232 in Victoria.
Welcome, Vince, from Leppington.
So that's all he needed, Richard, was to have a bit of refreshment. Need a fraction more grass too. Are we going to say that's 3?
Pretty much. I think they're all contributing.
Looking for a bit of kitty here.
Oh, he's up.
Looking for a bit of gap.
Well, the opposition were looking for the gap. He wasn't.
And found a bit of gap. It was fairly healthy at one stage. And Richard's got fairly good grass again, which should make another shot. Three or four.
Still plenty of room there. It's an open draw. So
He might just charge one down again. Oh no, he's taken draw grass. But I think he's got...
they're not going to come back.
He's got a fair bit of his original weight.
Yep.
Nearly get back to the line, not quite. Leave it to the skipper. That's what they say when you cross over. I said, you can do it, Skip.
Yep. That's what we pay you the big bucks for.
You can do it. We couldn't do it, but you'll be able to do it. I don't know how many times we've heard that. That's when you cross over and they say you're 6 down, and then the skip draws another one, you're 7 down now. Hang on, I'm not 7 down. You blokes are 7 down. I haven't even had a go yet.
Well, he's given himself a good line here, Ray. Expecting it to come into view. There it is. He did have the good line, but just not enough weight.
Needs a good one here. Can't afford to lose 4 at 8-3.
No. It's out in the right field.
It's done that it's up.
I think you're right.
Got a bit of a bounce. Took a bit of sting off it.
Not much better than Ray's first. I'm sure we'll see improvement here. Yep. A lot more.
Don't want to hit the kitty too hard.
Don't want to take too many of them away. Oh, I think he's given it away completely. There's
Yes, one to yellow.
one yellow at the back there.
There's not much joy when you're holding 4 to hit the kitty down for 1 down. A sigh of relief from the opposition skipper.
Step up on the bank behind the shed and give oneself an uppercut.
You mightn't have to.
Not good play.
His team might come out and give him an uppercut.
Sorry?
He's out on that slightly skinnier hand.
No. Oh, after that, one to Team Douglas.
We'll call it 8-4.
Yep.
By hook or by crook, I'll be last in this book. Well, I guess I did say that Faraday wasn't a bad player, but I could have said at that same time I think he'll probably win the tournament. I'd be pretty close. They've had the mat for the last 5 ends. And they haven't got a scoreboard change on the team running second with Anthony. Little toucher to start with. We'll be back in this game. We're only 4 behind now.
Kaye may have something to say about this. She's led fairly well so far. This one has got some merit as well. Going to get to the shot bowl. Not quite.
Best part of a yard.
Peter's left an opportunity here for Kaye. Needs a slight improvement on the last. Certainly given it some air. So got the weight, it'll come home from there. No, just not going to get there.
Gillian Murphy says Fitzy loves his Gympie boys.
Gee, inside there writing comments inside for us. see what Ian can do.
Well, he's played pretty well till now.
Yep.
One would think that he's every chance of drawing this. Ooh, he's going to play the tight side.
Well, if he gets to this back one, which I think he has, and lays it down, that will be the shot.
He's done well.
Not a bad bowl at all.
Wasn't a surprise that he played a good shot, but
No.
playing plenty of them.
Has been playing well, but picked that hard side to play and stepped up and did the job.
Roy Campbell's watching from Jan Dowie. Don't want to slice the kitty on his way.
Switched hands.
He didn't want to slice it.
Got another touch. I think it's up and down.
Up and down, says the skipper.
It's either first and third or second and third. Robbie might have a side view of that one.
There we are. Hard to tell still, even with that. Looks like the front one, but the other one's lying down.
Yeah, Ray can't pick it. Just asking him to... Richard, I keep looking at that, seeing John. I've got to remember Richard to play the backhand.
Yep. Well, you can't get in trouble calling him John because that's his name. He might be JR. It's a pretty good shot. No. Is that 2 foot short?
Got the old Hail Mary.
You didn't comment on my 5 kilo potato bag story.
I didn't think there was a comment required. I waited patiently to the end to find out what the catch was. Taking a bit more, put himself behind this time. It's in a good home. I think it'll be down to the skips now and see if they can make an impression on the head. Got the 2/3 looking at it to try and determine what their view is.
We're going to say that the blue one's got it, but the other one's sitting down. Both of them think it's a measure. Both the skips think it's a measure. This is it up here. It's a little bit off centre on that top left-hand corner, and the other one's right behind, sitting flat. We'll have the umpire out to decide this one.
Oh, the skips might make some contact in there and change it up a bit.
Yes,
at least one will be trying that.
He gets around that yellow, he's close.
No, it's going to be straight into that purple and open out that hand for the draw.
Yes, well, this
how
is going
much has he got on it? Because here it comes.
It's going to come a fair way yet.
Needed another 1.5 foot.
I said, "How do I get in there?" He said, "You don't. There's no way in. You'll have to go over the top."
He doesn't want to be playing the other hand. It's only a risk of giving it away there.
Chances of finding your way in there is like me finding down to here last night when they put me in amongst the trees. That told me to turn up a road where there wasn't a road. There was a bit of gravel there where there'd previously been a road.
Let's see what Ray can do with this one.
Well pointed.
It
Gone
might
past.
be just on the runny side.
He's gone past.
Right. So they've decided that there was a definitive shot there.
Yep.
And it is to Team Douglas.
Make it 8-5.
No, 10 ends in to our 21 games, so pretty much playing the 11th right in the middle, halfway point.
There's a 17-1 over in the far side there for runaway games. Oh, it doesn't say. It's only got numbers on who they are. 17-1 on the furthest rink 1.
Yeah, can't see the number written there.
We've got something to beat on the jack first bowl. It hit the fan at 8-3 holding 4 when he gave it away. All of a sudden it's 8-5 and 1 on the jack. It's the game tightening up.
Ooh, good winner at the Gold Coast last night. I didn't realise. $10.84 liquor. Appropriate name for a racehorse.
Appropriate name for anything. Need a little bit more whooshka on that one. It's a good line. 2 down with a front, nearly a front toucher. We've got to sneak one in behind somewhere. Graham Boulding says, you watching halve. We've got Team Faraday with 3 bowls within front toucher and 2 others within a foot. Giving Leanne that hard work she always does. Okay, well, he's pushed that bowl into the right spot. Didn't get shot, but the next best thing was to get a bowl in just behind the head where they could tap that jack back. One and a measure at the moment.
Yeah, well down again here from Ross. It's going to get all the way there.
Doesn't want to spring it.
Well, he's only got a feather to it, and
Didn't want to spring it, or
he's added to the count.
Set it down for 2.
Played very well so far, Ross. His bowls have been very effective.
Oh,
the team may not have scored, but it not due to anything that he hasn't contributed to.
You just sound like you're crawling to the chairman of the board, but...
Well, you tell me his bowls weren't that good, Jim. I'll tell you, you're watching the wrong game.
You can see the yellow bowls. You can see where the yellow bowls finish all the time. Now he's got a good track again. It's Going to come home a fair way from there.
That's where it starts to do its work.
No, didn't come as much as I thought.
Oh, he might have snuck in there for second shot, maybe.
They're going to tell us soon.
Oh, they're crowding around and keeping a secret.
Looks like second shot.
It does.
Oh, it's very tempting. Lady just walked past with a schooner of beer in her hand.
A Kadanga shirt, mate. That's
Almost inspired me.
you got a bit of a drive ahead of you, buddy.
Well, we've got a nice little tight head happening. And he's going to be too wide on that side, maybe. I suppose the not up bit was the worst part.
Well, any sort of contact in this on these bowls in front here, it'd bring that back to the blue bowl. Or touching the purple out there might knock out the shot as well.
We'll see what happens. He's close.
That's just where he's going to get
to
it.
The yellow.
Out goes his own bowl.
Oh.
The other one was locked in there, didn't move.
Needed one ball across. They still got the same shot on, I guess.
Yeah. Well, they've definitely got one. Team Douglas.
He says you can't come in that backhand because you'll roll that ball over. He said, you watch me.
I don't think that's going to trouble anything. It's not going to be there.
Same bowl, Richard says. Same bowl. You pop on that one. You make two shots probably. Narrow. Needs a lot of help in there.
Can't see him getting it from there, but I've been wrong before. One more to Team Douglas. Turning into quite a good contest.
Turning into quite a lot of ones. First bowl, come on the right way. We just got to have a bit of a up end, Robbie. Touch of first bowl. And it's 8-6 on 11, Robbie. Eleven ends, 14 shots. We'd say there's a lot of ones involved, wouldn't there?
A couple of good bowls from the leads. Peter's got the shot and Kaye's got one behind, so Oh, another good lead bowl.
A little bit narrow. She could see those 2 bowls there, and we'd call that a little bit of a rake. Neil McClellan
from Pine Rivers.
McLennan, yeah, that was a rake. His favourite shot. 6 foot away at anything.
Used to play a bit of bowls with Charlie Hayes, he did.
Yes.
He'd come up to the head to try and tell Charlie what to do, and Charlie would direct him straight back down the other end.
On your bike. Macca played for Queensland. But he would have had Michael Breen playing lead and Anthony Gympie playing third before Charlie. So Macca was allowed to rake because he had 2 blokes who could draw a bit on either side.
Yep.
Allow him to rake. We're going for another bit of a rake here. Might have hung around, still 3.5 down. Pretty nice shot here. Oh, it's not up. Pretty nice track, we'd say.
Perfect weight.
Well, it's cut it, well, made sure of 3 instead of being 3.5. Well, that one's a lot more handy than the first one. Richard's got to draw something pretty handy, which he has.
He's certainly in the right field for this.
He's got to sit the bowls now because he's a fraction under.
Well, it's just going to duck away completely.
Pretty big turn out of that one.
Different to the other hand, it just swoops right across there.
Pretty big hand, pretty big turn on that one. 3 down would be a new leader if it doesn't change. And it was going a lot one way half an hour ago. Righto, he's got to add. Which way? Be tempted to play this tighter backhand to touch that kitty a fraction and bring the yellow one in. It's too tight.
Well, he brought the yellow one in. Probably got in the way there a bit.
It's going to be hard to get that play backhand and get back. I'd favour him out playing this side because you have to be perfect. As soon as you get out there too wide, you're going to be out there too wide.
Yep, well called, mate.
He was a little bit quick. He may have got back further than that.
I don't think this is...
Might hit the yellow again. I might nestle in for another shot. Like that. 4. He said, Richard, what am I going to do?
Sticking on that hand. And he's still on the draw.
He's too wide.
It's working home now.
Very good shot. Cut it back to 3.5.
1 out, 2 out, 3 out.
Richard says 3. Measure it if you want, he said. I'm only giving you 3.
Not convinced.
Well, it is Sunday and he's down on his knees.
Mea culpa, mea culpa, mea maxima culpa. Richard's offered to do the job for him.
Half an inch, I'm saying. 2 inches. Two inches it was.
Will it turn out 3?
Yep. New leader, 9-8. $24-1 on the far rink over there at 11 ends. I guess 24-1, 11 ends means they've got 10 ends as well, so they've got 34 points at half time. They could just come from the clouds and clean up. Almost. Team Douglas has just been playing a little bit better than the others over the last few ends, whereas it was the other way around earlier in the game. Another great bowl. Little snick on the kitty. 2 shots. Doesn't want to hit that in for shot. Yeah, well.
Close. And going to have a crack down on the backhand side now.
Well, wasn't a very good result, chopping a bowl across there when you were holding 2. Possibly 1 down at the moment. I think his ambition was to run into that bowl that's 18 inches behind the jack. Hannes Van Eden. Now, Robbie knows where he comes from. He's South Africa, isn't he? And they're off.
Ian's played another good bowl there. Having a look to see who's got the shot.
I think they're looking to see if it's 2. We're up to Ross. We'll see how he chucks that yellow bowl. It's tiring.
Yep.
As if he
blowing a bit of exhaust.
One of his ordinary bowls, he has been playing too bad at all. We'll mark that one down as not thrilled about.
We're out in a good paddock here.
He's thereabouts.
This may have some impact.
Thereabouts.
They've drawn
the shot.
The shot.
He didn't want to touch that red ball because he may be holding 2.5 at the moment. Doesn't want to touch that short ball over at all.
I think after the last time going that way, the skip will stay well away from it.
Is he quick enough?
No, he's just going to run into himself, I'd suggest.
Well, he's got to draw that hand and not touch the red bowl. Doesn't have to do much better than he did. A little touch would make sure it's 4.
Yeah, just picked a line underneath, just under that yellow.
He must be wide. He didn't like it. He is wide. He wanted to stay off that short bowl, the one that's 2 foot short.
Well, he's finished up Jack high.
Yes, you can learn a lot just by looking at the players after they let him go. His arm came out, waved it in. He knew he was wide when he let it go, as most people do. When you let him go, you know what's happening.
Exactly. Body language will tell you all the time.
We might be getting rid of 2 horns here, I'd say. You could wait a while.
Hey, Jack. Cheers, buddy.
If you blokes have been waiting for me to shout, I suggest you go home before Tuesday next week. Righto. See you, Jack. See you, Duke. Righto. Always good.
Might see you up there one day. No, if we go down
Coolum in May. We'll see you at Coolum in May. I'll be there 3 or 4 weeks.
Timmy will be there.
Timmy will be somewhere
for the
there.
first 2 days anyway.
Righto. Local legend. Legend anywhere, I guess. Jack Horn.
Yep.
Well, thereabouts.
Certainly got some merit.
I just draw it.
Dead draw this. Look at that.
Just draw it.
What a great shot.
Take that. Just when you think you're going to score.
Yeah, well.
The opposition comes in and draws one right smack on it.
Ray's got 2 to make a difference.
And they're giving it a bit of a look.
Can't see what's happening.
Nice breeze blowing at the moment. Just come up a little bit.
Yeah, the flags have started to full out a bit for one of the first times today.
Haven't got enough stick on this one.
No.
Not quite, anyway.
Well, the option's open here now for Ray.
Well, he's got to just touch that kitty and make 4. Sounds easy.
It do.
Bit of breeze blowing across there. Extra gust then. Extra gust on his bowl as well.
Not going to be advantageous to him. So the run continues for Team Douglas. Team Fitzgerald has stalled on 8.
I would say they've
Been
won
there for quite a while now, for 4 or 5 ends, Jimmy?
six ends, I'd say, maybe 7 ends.
Okay.
And the wind has increased. It's gone from 0 to 15. 15 knots in no time at all. Have a look at that little Australian flag in the middle of the green on the edge there.
Yep. That the one, the Queensland one up on the top is hardly moving.
It might just be a blow for a minute or so. It's blowing my empty water bottle around. I don't often carry empty water bottles just to see how much the wind is blowing.
You don't quite often carry empty anything.
I wonder how a couple of games are going on at home at Bargara. We have the semi-final of our singles played this afternoon.
Who's playing in that?
Well, Tony Townsend's playing Chris Gallagher, a couple of leading lights, and Geoff Russell's playing John Hayden. We started off with 53 in the singles, and we've whittled it down to 4.
That's a pretty good number to competing in your big singles.
Yep, A-grade singles has better than 50 the last few years. We've completed a fours, a mixed pairs, and the pairs is only down to about 16.
They had the state mixed pairs yet, or is that later in the year?
No, well, the zone game's on in April. The district final, then the zones.
Yep.
So you've got to get your mixed pairs over in our area by another 2 or 3 weeks, as that will be when the district plays off to find a winner for the champion of champions pairs, mixed pairs, should I say.
Is this going to hold up? Geoff's just not going to get here.
Bit of breeze making a bit of difference.
Liam needs to see if we can't get one in here. They're probably 3 down. Just on the wide track and not going to get all the way back. Under a bit of pressure here. Ross adds another one into the mix. Get a bit hard for Team Fitzgerald.
See if that one gets back. No, it's short as well. It's a blocker on that hand. Don't want to be very much around that. Richard's going to draw around on the forehand, which he more than likely has. That's about the right grass.
Yep, it's
just got to come back into the breeze a bit.
Inside that bowl.
Like that.
Oh. Not sure that takes too much pain away. I think
it's still 2 red, or maybe 3. Had to go another bowl probably.
Well, the yellow one is going to work in now and drop for the shot.
Yep.
Given a bit of a target, I think Richard wants to stay in the hand where he was.
He only has to improve a foot. Not easy.
Get in that same hole where he was aiming before.
He had to get around that one to be good.
Not going to get through the front one. And it's just going to clog up that hand a bit further.
Yep.
Not easy for the skips when they get limited to one hand.
And that short yellow bowl is a fair blocker on that side. Team Faraday's gone 25-7. And the game at the far side hasn't changed. It's 24-1 still.
And Team Hughes, I can't see the scoreboard.
18-8. Lacey's right in the road of it, but it's 18-8. There's no other real runaway scores.
There's around this yellow one. This is going to add to the count as well.
Add to the count, all right.
Certainly made it a lot harder.
Made it 4 shots. And a skipper's nightmare.
Well, he needs to hit that, get a contact on that contact bowl and kill it. And I think they've got the best back. That's about the only way I can see them scoring.
They don't come from there.
Oh, you're on handful down.
4 down. Not much to help. This one gets around that, it might make another.
It has.
Oh, and it kicked it on too. It didn't slow it. Makes a handful.
Yep.
Righto.
They're in big trouble now.
Can you ring Houdini? I think you need a bit of magic here.
Well, I think I said before, the only way you've actually got to kill it, I think.
He says come through there on the forehand.
You can splatter them all over the place.
That's a good call. It's got a much better... Oh,
not with that weight. That's not going to make much of a difference.
The weight was all right. The angle wasn't too good. 15-8. 8:15. 8:15. Better wait for him to count them all.
He's had 4 goes at it and finally came up with 5.
5. This has been a great swing around from 8-3.
Yep.
Holding 4. Touch the kitty. All of a sudden it's 8:15.
But 2 of the games that we streamed yesterday had teams that dropped 6s after getting a good start and then fought back and won. So there's still enough ends left here to
have just been outplayed in the last hour nearly, I'd guess, where they were free rolling early in the game and playing the much better bowls.
Well, we got 7 ends left with 7 the diff, so as our old mate Greg Brown used to say, 7 behind with 7 to play, we're still in the game.
And that they need something like that.
Yep.
Brownie said a lot of things at different times.
Well,
I had the pleasure of his company.
He's not always right, mate.
I had the pleasure of his company for 3 or 4 days in January, where he played with John and Muncher.
Which tournament was that?
At Bagara.
Oh, okay. Yeah, have bowls will travel. That's been Brownie since he retired.
Oh, his son lives in Bagara. Gives him a reason to drop in there occasionally.
He went away with Adam and Berkey. He went back down to Berkey's hometown. He plays down there with Adam on a yearly basis.
Okay. We have a perfect record round here tonight. We've played in 5 tournaments and haven't lost a game.
I thought you were going to say you got a perfect record and never won a game.
Over a period with a gap of about 4 years between each event.
Yeah.
We wouldn't call it on
too much of a good thing. You don't want to spoil it.
Wouldn't call it what you'd call a regular basis. Well, could be their kick back into the game here. They've got 2 good ones.
Well, Ian will be looking to add to this.
Might need one just sneaking in behind.
Sneak under that last bowl and get a little touch on the jack.
It's a little bit skinny.
Hide him behind. He's got to get past his own, which he has.
We'll leave the jack.
Oh.
I remember that's how they did the 4 on that hand that turns.
Not quite sure whether or not he's gone far enough with it.
Yeah, he's not that far away.
He's actually given it away. Indication from the skip up there is that round bowl has the shot.
We've lost our master of ceremonies in action at the moment, so we'll just do a little bit of calling
he
here.
He needs a little stretch break, mate.
We're saying that there's a bowl behind that one we can see. Oh, you can just see the tip of the red bowl there in the screen.
That's the one they've indicated is the shot.
That one's the shot. And seeing as he's standing off the line, he's managing to cover whatever's happening there. Richards dropped short of the yellow bowl, which we can't see. Here we have it. When things are going bad, things go bad, don't they?
Yep.
We've gone bad and we've drawn 2 on the jack.
Yeah, and just a little touch behind it would have made 3. Instead, you've dragged it away and given it away.
Could have had a little tickle on that short bowl that he had there. Nearly touched the short bowl.
I think he's going to run into all this mess in the front. Bit hard to get to.
Hello, we're doing a happy dance over on the far green.
The bumblebees.
Yeah. Leanne's been at the scoreboard on her game, I'm sure, because it was 25-7 last time I looked on that scoreboard, and she's turned the 2 over to be 25-27.
That's a big score, 52 shots.
That's unless they got 20 on the last end. I think she's just fudging the scoreboard. Had to get an inside tickle. Oh, well.
They're still holding one.
Didn't go, well, it went too far, but it hasn't gone too much too far, you wouldn't think. They've claimed the red bowl's still shot.
Not sure this is going to do too much effect on the head.
What are you going to call, Richard? Come up inside that bowl and roll that one. That's it. Roll that bowl, peel the red bowl out of the head. Make 3. Not an easy shot, but it's something other than try and draw around that yellow bowl up the front.
Well, that's where it's ended
Might
up.
run through there. Might not run through there either.
Oh, one more to the tally.
Been a lot of one-way traffic.
It is.
When things are going bad, they're going bad. I might slip in and just have a look at whoever's playing on rink 1 if they won their first game. Because they're getting close to winning something. Leanne's driving at the head again and hitting a blocker.
Give it over. Give it over, John. Be fair. Let her have it over.
I'll leave you just for a minute or so.
Okay.
Let that little girl win a couple in.
Premier League.
Teams have missed out. Almost out in the top 5.
Is that the... Oh, that's another good bowl there. We're starting to get into the last ends, and Fitzgerald team needs a bit of a lift, and Ian's got 2 in there. It's a long road back, 8 shots in 6 ends. A good bowl come through there from knocked one right up into second shot from Rossi Davies. John's just going to run out of a fraction more, and he would have got all the way to it. Finished up about a metre short. Just taken the shortcut a bit here from Ross. Gone out there and
He's left it open. There's still room to draw there for a shot. You just need to pick the right line and get past be wide enough to clear that yellow bowl.
We're back. I have it on good authority that the team that's leading 27-1 got beaten this morning.
Well,
I was just wondering who they would have played that could beat them if they're playing 27-1 this game. The Hughes game is 20-9 on 15 ends.
So who were the big winners in round one?
Faraday first and Hughes second.
Okay, so Faraday, where's their?
They're leading 27-5.
Okay.
28-7 it is now. So they're 20 in front and they're leaders. I would think that Hughes is probably second, but the 27-1, they might have won a lot of ends in the first game. They might be in the swim too.
Yep. Oh, you can end up in second place with only one win.
Well, I'm just guessing that that's really 1, 2, 3, perhaps. I haven't got a proper printout of anything, but I would think that Faraday, with a plus 20 on top of a plus 25 or whatever he is.
Well, it was evident in yesterday's pairs that the second place finisher in yesterday's pairs had a loss in their results, and the third and fourth teams both won all three games. So
Faraday just drew a toucher. It's not unusual, Tom Jones said. It's not unusual.
Fitzy's got the shot. What's he going to do here? Add to it. They've stopped the rot. 8 has changed. Finally managed to turn it over to 9.
Well, it might have been 2, was it?
I think I only saw one finger go up.
Okay, he's going to change the board anyway.
We'll soon find out.
One finger went up.
One finger went up. One pallet went over. Okay, looks like we're opted for a shorter end here.
Yes, we had to do something. Can't lose 7 ends in a row and not do something about it.
No. Very experienced skip in Ray Fitzgerald. Well, his lead's done the job, and at least got the first one behind. So potentially in play.
Leanne's 60th birthday isn't working out to be much fun for her. She's got a paddling from Team Hughes in the first game, and she's getting another paddling in this game by Team Faraday. I would think she's looking forward to a better 70th birthday than her 60th birthday. Tony Smith. No, not Tony Smith. It's hard to read this one. Tony Simmel. Good stuff for Bevan and his team. They've really taken off from about N5, N6 when they were in dire straits, down 8-3.
Well, Ian's got another one here that's well pointed. This is going to add to the count. So husband and wife have got a shot each.
Your prediction of a comeback starting to come good. They've got 1 in a row. Not far away.
Well, Ian to be looking to do something similar here. Just beat that bowl at the back. That's don't want to be moving the kitty and giving it away. It's just going to come underneath.
Luckily.
That should be good enough to be in the count there. Flops back.
That's 3.
They've got 3. Promising start. Geoff might want to do something about this, and he's fairly well pointed. Like he's going to get all the way to the jack. He has.
Wow.
Probably cut it down. It may only be 2 now.
Do we get a side shot of that, Robbie?
Or maybe 1, according to the...
It's touching 1, the other's half an inch away, the other's 3 inches away.
That was a very good bowl. It was 3 down, now 1 down. Not quite sure where John's ended up. Oh, right across the... I don't think he's got the petrol to get here, no.
A little bit quiet.
Oh, he's out on that hand. Is it going to come back now?
Yep.
Is he going to get there?
Get the jack.
Oh.
I saw that bowl move. Did you reckon he touched it?
Oh,
I just blinked at the wrong time.
I think you blinked at the wrong time. I just wanted to know how it didn't touch a bowl and end up where it did.
This one's gone.
This may make the other one fall down. It did. No impact on the head.
Can't get in any closer than that, Robbie. Get the shadow on the jack.
You need fly cam over the top, Robbie.
Coming now. Coming now. It's 2 metres up the green. Are you going to...
Something's going to happen this time. Oh. Well, that bowl's sitting up.
He's going to point 1 in the air. All right. What's he going to say? He got 1.
Well, they certainly don't want to do anything that does anything other than add to their count. Very important that they're the ones turning over the board this end. And he's under.
Righto. Can do good.
Something's going to happen.
Can do good. He could
I
make...
think he's
make
made
1.
at least 2 there, maybe.
Oh, the other one's still in the head. He's still got shot.
It looked like Ross indicated it was only 1. But not quite sure.
Tight head.
Very tight head. Any sort of contact in there has the potential to change things drastically because they've both teams have got a number of bowls in there, just depending if it ricochets which way it goes.
I think Fitzgerald's got the majority of them. I think he's got
three of the opposition out on the right, 1 at the back.
Well, and not much else is going to happen.
Not matter.
Going to take 2 out. And he's going to say 2 only. Measure it if you like.
Yep, 2. So we're up to 11.
Bit of heckling on the background towards Faraday. They were telling him that he's got to let the girl win an end soon. Well, she's got 2 and a bowl to come. She'll get off 7. It's been on, so we're 5 all. They were 5 all early on.
Yep.
Have you drunk that whole thing?
I think she's managed to draw another one here.
The little girl's giving you a lesson.
That was only 2. Little girl's giving you a lesson.
We've got a nice heckling on the bank. Nothing like it.
Yeah, good touch of the good start. First bowl for Kaye. Got a bit of momentum coming, so just need to build on that and keep it going. Not out of this by any stretch of the imagination. There, Jimmy's got the update.
Okay, the team that is winning. The team that is winning by 32-1 got beaten by 13 shots in the first game. Howdy doody.
She got another bowl in the head. Great response. Great response. Well bowled, Peter.
Okay, the game on rink 2 is the big one. I missed that. I didn't realise that leader. They won a game by 34 in the first game. Okay, and they're 15 all in this game.
That's Bung.
Bunger. Bunger's leading the pack. That's the team that played the other game on rink 1. They're not having a happy day. They managed to minus 34 in the first game and getting something similar in the second.
Yep.
Okay, let's get back to this one.
So Team Douglas is holding.
It's nearly time for Richard to sparkle.
So the leads and the seconds have done their business on this end. So Ray's looking for Richard to arrive down here. Yeah. Connection with the jack would be good. Jack or bowl will give them a result both ways.
You got to be up first call.
You do. He had it well pointed, but
a great track to touch the kitty.
They did.
Easy to commentate from here, of course. Easy to say that you got to be up.
Well, that's the job we have, mate. If we were swapping places with him, he'd probably be saying the same thing about us.
It's a little bit harder when you're on the mat. Can't play too many bad ones from here.
No, I've never met a person who's played a bad bowl on the bank. You going to get back here?
Might come between
you might get a bit of work here off the wing bowl.
Might come between them. Fall down. Be close.
It's a good home. Very good home. Well, Richard's got the better weight this time, but he's going to need to get that same sort of wick there. And
well, Fitzgerald won his first game and Douglas got beaten in his first game. But there's 3 high chances.
I don't think we're going to be troubled with the scorer with that bowl. Oh, up to the skips. Ray's going to be looking to continue to try and turn his side of the scoreboard over and stay in this contest.
Well, that black bowl looks, I can see round the corner a bit here that it appears to be second shot. Can see it clearly there that it's second shot, and the yellow one just about third shot.
I don't think he's got the right line for this. Certainly had the weight to play the shot he wanted.
He was attacking the kitty.
Yep. Well, he's got another one at the back. So they got 3 at the back if he manages to get the jack back there. But if he does, Bevan's still going to have 1 as right of reply.
Easier said than done.
But this one's coming into play, which is going to make it a little bit harder still. That's the absolute.
Bang. Take that.
He definitely needs some contact now. It's not a toucher because they haven't moved to do anything with it. This is just not going to get there.
Just enough to hang up that hand. Took one of them out. 3 down. That'll just about snuff out that comeback.
I think so. You're going to have a big number, and we haven't seen one in this game yet. Quality of these players so far is you could be limited to 3 being the best, was it?
Yep.
That we've seen.
We've got 3.5 at the moment. We'll see. A bit more measuring to be done. No
3.
measuring, just 3.
19 to 11 after
17.
17 ends.
18 ends.
18, yeah. I was going to say it couldn't have been 17 when they were down here.
Yep.
Four to go.
3 to go.
19, 20, yep, 3 to go, and 8 shots required. 3 an end. Big ask.
We've only got 15 on the board over there.
On
far rank, on rank 1. 32 to 1 on 15.
That's the big fella. There's oh, that's rank 2.
$47, $45, $39. The 47 player, don't know whether they're in front or not. 39 to 1.
There's another good bowl coming in here. Right up to it. I think, got a bit of chalk there. Jack looks like it's slightly moved off the centre line.
We're not going to get off the seat and mark it.
Well, it doesn't appear so. They're going to have to do something now because they might have one in the ditch and one. No, they've got up and marked it. Good effort there, building the head. Certainly under pressure now. Needing at least 3 this end to stay in the contest. Haven't got one in the head yet.
Pretty good shot here, but
managed to get second shot.
Was a good shot. Deserving of better.
Well, it's up to Richard here to see whether or not he can make a difference here. Pretty good field. It's working home well now. Got to get a piece of it.
He's hoping for some joy off that onto the kitty.
Well,
onto the bowl.
they got 3 seconds. I think there's a few people who are bowled over at Kadanga looking to put a few cold beers away. Nearing the end of the day.
Here comes a yellow one.
Not sure it's going to get there.
Not quite.
The opening's there. You can.
Well, that 15-all game that was going to decide a place getter's gone 21-15, but I don't know who's in front.
That's Nan and.
Yep, that's the leader.
And Schultze.
That's the leader after the first game, Bunga.
Well, they were the ones that were the leaders after 2 games in the pairs yesterday.
Okay.
That ended up getting beaten by Ruth Perry, but they still got the second prize money. Here's a bowl here. What a shot. That is the shot of the game so far. Took the shot bowl out clean,
For
stayed.
4.
They've got 4.
4, and they needed to score 4.
Well, they needed to certainly get a score. So
We'll put that one down on Richard's resume.
Bevan has played well, the opposition skip. I'm sure he'll have something to say in by way of an answer. He will be first to play.
Well, he can't do much wrong. There's no short ones to run into and knock up for the opposition.
No, he has the ability to, the track's there to draw on both ends.
Oh, it'll be inviting on the forehand. Bunga's this one.
Bunga's with one. Or they're leaving 21-15.
Yep.
19's leaving 2-19.
Okay.
Oh. It's well down. It's all down to the weight now.
Starting to pull
It's
up.
still coming.
Starting to pull up.
Oh, there's still 4 there.
2 more will be 6.
Well, get himself in the count. Beat that bowl on the wing. In the count and be short. Block the passage in. Perfect.
Ooh, he's playing that side. Doesn't want to hit any yellow ones.
Well, I think he's wide enough to miss maybe. Or with
think?
the weight he's got, he's not going to.
You think he's not going to hit a yellow one? Oh. He didn't hit it very far, did he?
No. I thought he might have tried to play the other hand, at least get in the way, if nothing else. It's an easier draw on that hand. Bevan was all over it the first time. It was just the weight that stopped.
Slow on this one too.
No, it didn't get past. Be interesting. I reckon Bevan's probably Ray's probably going to turn around, maybe try the other hand. No,
need to stay there.
Stay there.
Need to draw another one. Ooh.
You need to be wide. You don't need to be narrow here.
He's wide enough. Is he up enough?
I don't think he is, God.
Look at that, they've Skip's put 4 balls there next to the yellow ones.
A wasted chance there.
The 4,
but nonetheless, 4's a good score.
The 4 Skip's balls all finished side by side.
They're 4 shots the difference, up and back.
Well, Faraday's off. He'll know a number that the others have to catch.
Kaye's opted for a shorter end.
I would think Faraday must run first or second, depending on Bunga. And depending on Team Hughes. That'll be the top three. We're on the way to another 4 with the first bowl right on it.
Well, that's what you need. Pressure time, come to the 4.
Sal Clancy says Mussie Hill Pelicans everywhere. Woo, woo, woo. Can I change a hand? See how a change of hand could be.
Well, played it pretty well. Just hadn't got the legs to get all the way there.
It's got the breeze blowing on that skinny hand now, so they are turning a bit because of the fairly good wind there now. This one will go.
Well, she might get a bit of help here for the short one. Knocked it out a bit.
Sorta.
And up a bit, so there are holding 2 at the moment.
You're back on this comeback trail, aren't you?
Underneath Ian on going to play that same hand. He's looks like he's going a bit. He's gone to the back of the rink.
A bit of noise coming from the far green, far rink.
23 to 12 over there with 17 ends on
Yep.
the Hughes' rink. Well, it's Nan who's holding the mat there on that rink over in rink 2.
Yes, Robbie's come up with the fact that they're the ones that are in front. They scored the last few ends.
Geoff's running a bit as well. They're holding 2 at the moment. Just need to get another one in here from John. Well pointed. Not sure it's got the legs, has it?
Close.
It's running. Well, it's a metre or so short, but it could be in the count.
It's 4 shots, but somebody's going to get closer than some of them.
Sure that back one is the counter, but we'll see what happens here. Chairman's come through. I think you're now probably only holding 1 now.
1.5. Oops. Coming the right way as it's coming far enough. All but.
So that scoreboard over there on rink 2 has gone to 0-0.
They'll be on their last end.
Righto, it's all down to the skips. Team Fitzgerald is holding 1 shot.
Maybe 2. Measure between the yellow one and the other one on the left-hand side.
You think
closest to the line.
Yeah, well, that's the one that he'd be looking to turn over if possible.
Yeah.
It's probably the hand that he'll choose to play. Yeah, he's lining up that way. The pivotal bowl in the scheme of things here.
Deep and meaningful. Is he up?
Bounced that out a bit.
Is he up?
I don't think so. I think he's going to cut across the head. Doesn't want to backclip that yellow.
He would have been up, but a little skinny.
Something's going to happen in here.
It's close to getting shot.
Oh, push the shot bowl away.
Well,
Open the head up.
We don't know.
They're holding 2 according to Ross. Fitzy's got 2.
So that one out on the side always beat the yellow one.
Yeah, the 2 purple are the ones that are counting, I think.
And then he's bowled one too quick.
Well, big bowl in the scheme of things.
Yes, win the game here. It's close to doing something. Kitty.
Move one of them out, maybe.
Oh, maybe. Probably.
No.
Still
2. So
to the diff.
We're on to the last end. And to the diff. The fight back continues.
It's like running around the block. I'm getting tired.
Yeah.
Righto, we'll stand right on the line. That should do it. I like standing like that on the line too, Robbie. 1 foot each side. And a toucher.
Yep, good start. It's what you need when you're... He's gone straight back into that line.
We didn't have any draws in the first game. As a draw, I guess so.
Pretty close.
You have a word to your brother. Yeah, he's not been a good fella. You just going to slide underneath?
No.
No.
He's away from the head now. He's nearly on the next green. He's nearly on the next rink now. You've got him bluffed, Robbie. Tickle off that, it won't be far away.
Little bloke with carrying a big stick. You didn't bring the stick?
Oh, yes, I'm there.
Well, Ian's played quite well today, so we need 2 of his best now to help his side through.
It's coming a bit.
Doing his business to come home as
Coming a bit, but he's
best
too,
it can.
He's too wide.
Skip's giving him a clap.
Give him a clip behind the ear for not getting closer.
Oh, you got another one, mate, and see how he goes. This is looking better from Geoff if it can run it
It's
out.
going to be a close second.
Yep.
Can't do much better than that when you're trying to hold them down to 1 shot. Or a close second. It's better, but how quick is it? Needs a big wick.
Going to get some work, is he? No. Too fat.
Speed beating. He's probably the right track that time. We've got 40 on the board over there.
On rank 1.
Going. Just gone far enough away.
Yep. Need to arrive on that bowl.
That's a chance. That's a chance for 2. Don't hit the kitty too hard.
Well, I think it's up and down for shot.
Well, it gives them possible of scoring 3 by setting that bowl on the right-hand side. But there's 2 yellow ones to come. There's 2 yellow ones that come make a big difference. That one's
That
gone.
might be just on the wide side there, Jim, I think.
1 yellow one to come. Richard's got to change his hand to set that bowl back 3 inches and make 3. It's easy to say that. That's what's got to happen.
So do I need to do them all or just the main ones?
I was asking to play up on the drawing hand. The kitty's moved quite considerably, so he
Needs a
might
bit
be
of-
out in a bit of virgin turf here.
He's got to be out there. He's pretty good. Oh,
Needs
he's
to start
coming
to
now.
work now. Oh, I think he got too far out in that virgin stuff. I don't even think he's got back for the line of that.
That could have been better. I thought he was all right getting out there. This is the yellow one that's going to be a problem.
Well, he's a lot narrower with this one. This is heading towards that bowl that, if it wasn't out, it's going to be out.
They're 2 worst yellow bowls he's played. He's played pretty consistently through the game.
Well, it's all down to the skips now.
Well, it's only 1 shot.
I think that Bevan's holding.
Maybe. Measure
Well,
for shot.
If not, second shot. So we're needing to arrive. Ray would need to arrive on that bowl and stay.
To make 3. To make 3, he's got to roll it back a roll and a half.
Well, he's out in the right field. He's got to work in under this, which it has.
Had to go back a roll and a half.
Well, he's definitely
flopped
drawn
on the kitty.
the shot.
Oh, if he flopped on the kitty, he might have made sure it was 2. Okay. Where are we going? Interesting. Here it comes.
It's going to pull up well short.
Righto. Big.
Got to try and play the
Big
same
shots for
the same
big
shot
players.
again here.
He win the game here by rolling that bowl 2 inches.
Yep.
So what happens if it's drawn?
I don't think that's enough.
Well,
But they are holding 2, I think.
that's
Did I
what-
see John have 2 fingers up there?
It's 1.5 anyway. To make it level. It's possibly 2 to be square. 2 the difference. I need that one to beat that one to be 2. It looks closest here, but I don't know whether it is. This one's a chance.
Well, we don't want to move this
Come on,
lilac one in.
You had to get round that like that.
They've gone in and
now they're going to get the measure out.
Taken one out.
Give it away, Rossi, boy.
Richard wants 2. He's got the measure out.
Even though they're original Gympies, they're not Gympies now. Carol might tell you otherwise, but don't believe a word she says.
Yeah. I think he was thinking it might have been 2. Don't know yet. Tell you when he measures this one. Can't see now.
There's 2, so 19 all. Well, a pretty competitive game there, and a great fight back from Team Fitzgerald. They were 9 shots behind with 3 ends to play, and they managed to pull those back and get a draw. So 19 all. Really great finish to their tournament.
There was a few chances of going either way during those last few bowls too, wasn't there?
Certainly was.
And the one team getting out there early in the game and playing so well, having it by the throat, and then a bit of a problem where the others won 7 or 8 ends in a row, and then a comeback to make a draw. Draw, Richard. I don't know how many times you got called John in this game and how many you got called Richard. Via count. About 140 to 100.
Each time we finish, we've done the thing with the sponsors on. Okay, well, I'll cut off there.
Hello everybody, we're just having a bit of a look around to see how the games are finishing up. We have got a couple of the prospective ones, the leaders in the swim, and we've kicked out Tim and we've brought in someone much better looking. Robin?
Hi. Just on behalf of the Gympie Bowls Club, I would like to acknowledge our sponsors for this fabulous event, the Gympie RSL, Oakvale Homes, Bendigo Bank, Tom Grady Real Estate, Stay Motel, Gympie Regional Council, Nestle, John Medill Toyota, Nolan's Meats, and Gympie Party World. This has been a fabulous event, and thank you to all of our wonderful sponsors.
Very, very good. Fantastic to have a one-day tournament for $5,000. There's not many places that can manage such an event for $5,000, and it's been great success.
It's been a fabulous weekend, or fabulous week really. We've had the 3 different days and it's just been great.
Okay. Well, I only joined in last night. By the time I got here, it was just about the start of last night's festivities, but of course, been marvellous. How are we winding up, Robbie? Okay, I guess I'd like to thank all the viewers that have sent in all their comments, good and bad. There hasn't been too many bad ones. And I guess we'll be seeing Robbie and his clan, Gold Coast-Tweed, around the place at their next place they'll be doing, which will be...
Saturday, Sunday next week, Premier League finals.
It's the finals next weekend of the Premier League. At Helensvale, we'll be broadcasting from Helensvale Saturday and Sunday next week. So he'll have a couple of days off where he can go back to work, so he can get enough money to drive around the place and do this show. Thank you very much, and congratulations, Robin. It's been a fantastic event.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to the live streaming team. It's been wonderful.
Bye, all those viewers, listeners, or whatever you would like to call you. Catch up next weekend. Bye now.